Hello, welcome to this next Substance Painter tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to have a look at opacity. Now Robbie in the comments of one of my videos asked about opacity. He'd had a shader which a material which he'd put onto a model and the opacity didn't work. And that's because not all of the shaders that you have in Marvelous Designer have opacity. So I'm going to start off with a quick look at the tiling material sample. Just come up, there we go. If I delete all these out, is it going to select them? Still having to think. There we go. Okay, so I have this terrible chainmail material that I made, and if I drag and drop that on, you'll see it looks mad. So the first thing I have to do is in the shader settings is just go to the displacement value, and I need to reduce that. Let's try 0.025, that's too much. Let's put another 0 in there. There we go. So as you can see from this, even though this chainmail has an opacity, it's not showing up. And that's because in the shader, this one is the ASM Metal Rough, there is no opacity channel. So you can see if I look at the material, it's got colour, height, rough, metal, normal, and I need opacity to be in there. So first thing I need to do is change the shader. So the PBR metallic roughness with alpha, I think that was one of my little tests. What have I done? Yeah, with alpha blending, has opacity, so I'm going to switch that over, but it still doesn't work, of course. And all that means is that in the texture set settings, where the channels are displayed, these are the channels that were brought in, and I need to add the opacity channel. So if I click this little button, you can see we've got a number of other options, and if I select opacity, you'll see that that then comes in perfect. So you know, if you're trying to get an opacity look, and you've got a shader with or a material rather with opacity, and it doesn't show up, it's either that the channel isn't added to your shader, or your shader doesn't have that at all. If I just go backwards a bit, if I pick a different shader, where are we? The ASM shader again, you'll see that the opacity is there, but it's not working, and that's because the shader isn't capable of, you know, doing opacity. And if I delete that from there and try and add it back again, there is no opacity option for me to use. So that's the reason why it doesn't work sometimes. So other than that, that's about it really. Yes, short video. I hope some people found that useful, and I will talk to you in another video.